City, Pate, Kulusia. Christian Church, Social Communication Wingo, Kitatinu, City, Pate, Kulusia. Viwenuo, Terry Wotsidi, Hunu, Timike Kra, Hotonu, Secretary, Who is arts, Herbigomona, Uramiriza, Sakabawala, Unipekriba, Hokevigola, Progivigolanu. Tezakezivi, Sivodi, Ugotsakasogola, Pejotorba, Ugala, Unitorba, City, Pate, Kelusiawe. Viwenuo, Terry Wotsidi, Hunu, Chrisharan Mishiri, Pitsu Shiri, Uzagevimie, the Tedzibuginiri, Kepusidi, Ushizimie, Mori, Udzermiburi, Ume Hosidi, Udzerinacidi, Uhalie. Mu'matonri, Tsapiviculigatula, Higo Gehuchihao, Jizanu, Poteri Watsidi, Sedes Doje, Jie Higo Hakihanu, Alto Boy Smugglers go, Ugo, Razati Hanu, Nus head Potsede Watsidi, Higo Dog Shoha, Sedes Je, Jiz Ugo Guest Giniverba, Punye Hatonu, give it Tommy Watsidi. Jezavori, Ugo nobody. Punyeto, Punyedze, Tedzetesco, Sivori, Ugo, Kipus, Ugo Hasdiodi, Jezavor, Ugo don Bakelida, City, Punye Petosje. Jez Vori, Ugo don Bakelie, Miss Viwenuo, Viviana, Suohu, HSSLC topper number 8, science stream. So here, Miss Vitshunuo Alvina Dzüvichü, HSLC top 3. Punye vodi ugodonu bagilela, unnidi punye zepreli deke. Unnidi nyezelia ho.
Nyukapije.
Tiritonu, ugo self introduction, suhas bebali done, sla nito Viviana, nito sedes.
Hello everyone, I am Viwenuo Viviana Suohu. I am 18 years old and I have completed my schooling from nursery till 12 from Don Bosco Hr Secondary School, Kohima. And I am an enthusiastic reader. Yeah, thanks for coming and listening to us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Vitshunuo Alvina Dzüvichü, and I have completed my HSLC from Don Bosco Hr Secondary School, Kohima, and today I am humbled and glad to have been given this opportunity to share my success story with you all.
Yeah, because ugo hakekri, sededa komhodze, nito nike kruze, nyeshezi migideo bashi, mori nido number na bashi, sedi ugo zeko zasen.
So, we are a close-knit family of 6. I am the third of 4 siblings. I have 3 brothers and then my mom and dad. All my 3 brothers and my parents have been extremely supportive throughout this journey. Thank you.
As for me, we are a family of 6 members, and I am the eldest, and there are other 3 younger siblings, 1 younger brother and 2 younger sisters.
Okay. Question. What was your first reaction when you get the news that you're in top 10?
So, the news was delivered to me by my uncle. He called me, and on hearing the news, I was so elated, and I made some funny sounds into the phone. But yeah, I was filled with gratefulness, and also there was a moment where I couldn't believe that I had actually done that. Yeah.
For me, when I heard about the news of my result, I was overwhelmed with joy, and I'm grateful to God because only His grace has led me to get this achievement.
Okay. Pagi was ni top no parle gudo so ha expect bambe.
Mm, uh, about this, I was also a lot confused in my head. Some days I would doubt myself because I saw that last year the competition was really stiff, and I knew that I didn't give my best effort throughout the year. So yeah, sometimes I doubted that I would get a position. But yeah, on some days I had hope that maybe I would get a position even if it's not that high up.
Alvina, no?
Though I was striving for this, but I didn't never, I did never expected that I will be placed in the third position.
Anyway, okay. Ugo exams are very kasi we have a different style of preparing exam and because the new exam to really prepare several.
During my preparation, I tried to study every day because the syllabus can be overwhelming if it's kept pending. And also, during the exam, especially the first few days before the exam, it's really crucial. So I tried to spend my day mindfully, like sleeping, giving myself an optimum amount of sleep, and yeah, uh, everything like that. I think you should mind your mental and physical health as well during this time. Yeah.
Alvina, no?
Uh, I followed a strict daily routine from the day one of my grade 10, to be precise, and that has helped me a lot to achieve this success.
Okay, sure. In your daily routine, ba. So please share me about your hours. How many hours? Bavu to get you go. Nye kunyo go. Let's say provide.
Um, During the normal days, maybe some I cannot give a definite answer because it varies pretty much every day. Some days around 2 to 3 hours, but it's like every day. So, and then on the days that I have maths to practice, maybe 3 to 4 hours. Yeah.
Alvina, no?
For me, uh, just like Viviana said, I don't have specific hours, but uh, it is between 3 to 4 hours a day.
Nye kunyo go. Bavu to kinye, bavu to se. So preciso. So haka nye zo tsuda musen de. Shida ro. Shida liu是对每个个位你个不是bavu to pengo suri program je. 后面是 CKC 人没见的。对于shida liu是bavu to kinye se nye prakazu ro with full concentration. Nye no per tese di prakazu tiu ro bavu to kinye se. So haka param musen de. Okay. Shiro lesser prakazugi. Do your parents force you to study more? Nye to nye ginu or lesser pralaga? I'll first question with Alvina.
My parents guided and motivated me, but they had never forced me to study because I, as a student, knew the duty of a student was only to study.
Okay. Viviana, right?
Yeah, for me too, it's the same. Not my teachers or my parents, they didn't force me. I knew my syllabus and I knew how much I had to do to keep up. So yeah, I work on my own accord.
अच्छा सीधा से उगो लसे के प्रमी पेटेरी होमिरो उक्रिया बु उकी बु से दी不是个默契，我是 promo， 西侧边有这个默契，我那是 promo 个子地吧呀，你只有个给不你给你西给的，我听给你还得我 promotion 的，还得我 promotion 的就西的那是 pro 个子不你做吃的么子，给可以不了咯，好好我给你 ，Who is your biggest inspiration to let you achieve this feat? Viviana?
Not one person in particular, but there are several factors. The first is that the mere fact that God has given me this caliber to excel if I put in the work, that is such a huge inspiration for me. Besides that, my parents, my other family members, my teachers, my school, and also I look up to successful figures around me for inspiration, especially those people who have cleared the UPSC services exam already. They are such an inspiration to me. Yes.
Alvina?
For me, my biggest inspirations are my parents and teachers because if not for their support and guidance, I would not have achieved this and I would not have been on the toppers list.
Okay. Anyway, she ugo lesser keper, the keputa there, there is was a city near to last in the bar. Most siluro near kepele, your spiritual life. Kita dia. Tell something about your spiritual life with your achievements, your relationship with God. Don't yeah. Yeah, Alvina. Alvina, I'll go kita.
During the course of my studies, I put my whole effort to learn. And at the same time, I strongly believe in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, which says that commit all your actions to God and your plans will succeed. And so I surrender myself to God to take care of everything. And then I carry out my work diligently and leave the rest to God.
Viviana.
Throughout this journey, I've come to learn that although we may sway from God's teachings sometimes, He is always there to as a constant presence, as stagnant presence to guide us. So yeah, this small achievement is a testimonial of God's blessings because He has been constantly my guide throughout this journey and has helped me achieve these small things.
지금도 시기리에 분유에 개편여서 세계위에서 So tell me something about prayer. 니 lesser pradago 혼자 깨차서 시험어 you look upon your own capabilities. 깨차로 뿌띠베띠 우차모 드비야. Viviana.
Yes, I pray before every session, as I feel that this keeps your mind at ease and also fills you with a sense of like reassurance that you will be able to learn and keep what you are studying, what you are about to study.
Alvina.
To begin with my daily studies, I pray to God, always to God, to seek His blessings so that I can carry out my work fruitfully.
Okay. 니 class 10 chilide and Viwenuo, this is your second time. No vakin you top na palit. So last ha ukini recruitable ba. If everything goes to plan, what is your aim in life to be from as of now? Ni to jiginu success, success ginu ni to jigiro do what's in the ni aim in life.
If it's God's will that I go through with my plan, I aim to be in the civil services one day.
No.
Though I don't have a specific aim in life for now, but someday I want to aspire for civil services.
Ni aim in life give me say that's it. Okay, anyway, kekri bosa for the new go exam kasi ke bagi maybe you are in class 10 or class 11 go pandemic tepeti ulera class no fuga mechi moda ane shidi class ko peti online je bara sigitsigi how was your preparation sigtigi peti vig moga bagi ni preparation do before ga okay Alvina.
During the pandemic, all the students and I, including, had to face the new online platform, which was a challenge for both the teachers and the students, because it was a challenge for the teachers and students due to the poor and irregular network connectivity and lack of direct interactions with the teachers and students and with friends. But I coped and adapted myself to that environment, and now I believe that if virtual learning is inculcated in us in the best possible way, we can, in the best possible way and positively, then we can impart good quality education.
Yes, besides not being able to avail proper study materials and not being physically present in the classes, I faced the problem of lack of motivation, as I feel that even sincere students, they need a conducive, motivating environment like in the classroom to perform well every day, daily. But even during the online classes, I sometimes got distracted, and yeah, even if I get too distracted, sometimes after I finish my online classes, I would switch off my phone and keep it aside so that I can concentrate on what my teachers has given, and yeah, I try to study all that is given.
如果mobile 这个不给包给 online classes ko ni ko mo offline classes ko ni ko
For me, I prefer offline classes, though there are several advantages to online classes also, like we don't have to spend time in commuting, but I prefer offline classes, yeah, because of just because we can interact with our teachers and friends.
Same as Viviana, I prefer offline classes because there is real-time interaction with the teachers and we can be self-motivated by seeing our friends trying to cope up with us.
toppers ni gnu secret ko shigi liuro lesser persegi mobile switch off 这些模式都没是的 so secret ko shigi do ne la 只有le ba le 如果lesser progress u interest ke prepare la what is your favorite subject and why Viviana
My favorite subject is mathematics. Since class 8, I have been doing well, but till up to class 7, I was actually a pretty average student in mathematics, and that was the lowest subject in which I would usually score. But from class 8, with the help of a great tutor, and also I gave my own interests, and I started scoring well, and yeah, I learned the concepts well, and from then on, that has been my favorite subject. I love it because you can walk your way through rationally and logically with numbers, and even if the problem is difficult, I feel it's fun to yeah just solve them.
so in class 2 of the major or mathematics more
Yeah, mathematics.
mathematics
Yes.
okay
As for me, I don't have any specific favorite subject because I treat them equally and as every subject has its own scope and are important.
apart from studies mori this kita di samona di jigiro ugo christine presela bible prepare sala bible progavoki any favorite verses Viviana
I have two favorite verses. The first one is Mark 11 verses 24. It says, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." And the second one is 2 Timothy 1 verses 7. For I have given you a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control.
Alvina
I have three Bible verses that I keep close to my heart, and they are Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, which says, "For I alone know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to bring you prosperity and not disaster, and plans to bring about the future you hope for." And the second one is from Philippians chapter 4, verse 13, which says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And the third verse is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and not lean on your own understanding."
nie zedi gerts ke bog nu atho sigilie nie lesser bimodi nie bible kita theory si se mu nie no message ke su ha mu ba bible go zeke puli de lesser ke prayer ke puli de wala le de nie hobbies do 真的个某一朵这是你个是 city 如果给啥是的嘛 I'll go with Alvina
My hobbies are playing the piano and reading novels.
I don't have much prominent hobbies or much to speak of, but during my leisure time, I love to read fiction, and I also like to explore anything that has to do with philosophy. And yeah, on the TV, I like to watch football.
Raza measure football okay questioners ko pake kari ka to sin ba diri ugo shize go mi probo nie kiri pa probo ke to sin ba la ne a chi puti ko be si di ugo mi probo question ka to sin ba la ko ye mo tsu do ne
There were many problems while studying, so will you please tell us how did you overcome?
Yes, there were so many problems faced by me, and as a group, we all face problems. But I would say that if you believe in yourself that you can do it, you will overcome it, and you will eventually succeed in your life. Yeah.
Viviana?
I've got pretty much the same answer with Alvina. If you have a definite goal, you will find ways to overcome your problem.
Thank you. Next question.
If you were to be a topper again, what will be that?
If I were to be a topper again, what will be that?
Yeah.
Is
What is your wish?
okay. To be a top, if I were to be a topper again, I think I would give in much more effort because I wanted a better position than this. But since I didn't give my best effort, yeah, I guess yeah. To answer your question, I would give my best effort but other than that, I wouldn't change much. Yeah.
Top number 1 kelek wadam zinde.
Yes.
Okay, definitely. Alvina?
For me, I don't know whether I will be able to come again, but through hard work, it can be possible, and with God's faith, having faith in God, one can achieve it. So I will try my best, but cannot say.
Okay, thank you. Yes, next question.
Is there a motivational quote or a motivational word that kept your spirit burning while studying?
Viviana?
Yeah, I did read through some quotes daily to keep me motivated. The one would be from a quote from my favorite novel, The Alchemist, and the quote goes, "And when you want something, the whole universe conspires in helping you to achieve it." And also, there was a poem that I am trying to recall, but I cannot right now. But that poem, I'm sorry, I cannot recall it right now. But that poem, I wrote it on a paper and pasted it above my desk. And I used to read it as when my spirit is low. Yeah.
Yeah, Alvina?
I don't remember the quotes that I used to learn, but I would say discipline is the goal between accomplishments. Discipline is the egg between the goals and accomplishment. And I'll quote from what Albert Einstein said, that if x equals to y plus z, then y is equal to your hard work, and z equals to the leisure time that you spend.
Thank you. Any more questions? Yes.
Do you find any excuses to skip your study time?
Any excuses? Yeah. Sometimes, due to circumstances I cannot control, I may have to find some excuses to not study, keep my studying for a while. Other than that, since it's my habit to study every day, I try not to find excuses unless really necessary.
Alvina?
Same goes to me, but if I don't spend my study time fruitfully at that time, I will just go and study whenever I got the free time. Because it's a burden for me if I skip that lesson that I've studied from the school.
Okay. Question kakesogo genu sikilie mu ugo gertsege genu sikilie nyewe putibeteu tisonye regular study suha debasivor. So shiku lesser permitsari su kabisidi priority tamudi nye promotion preliminary ke mejirado suha sidi nyenuba mobile guri je social media gozuri u dentse there is suguri ni ke khaliba mobile guri switch off tswadi lesser preliba so shiku lesser ke mori predi ni motivation tsliba sigetla apelegetsa ji ugo audience guri ke ba guri habu shi le ge zuro bu ge pro nu we buto ke hu bu zuri presi mo sho regular tsli mo sho 하게 크리 가게 엔터테인먼트 빨리 모셔 리수가 빨리 모셔 leisure time 빨리 모셔 등인데 시시고 하고 시디 니 모티베이트리 레서 프리메츠게 바게리 소고 하게 니 모티베이트리 레서 프리바 라 우고리 지즈누 하우르너스 무시게 스기누 시디 우고 비etse 무 voge도 디고조스 님히디 군예보 톱나 벌리디 vo리 우고 하디 게제라 버드 니게츠 벨레바 텔라누 디에고 시디 우고 시세고 우리 제 우고 비디오 모호가 보고 그때 share message for city ugo the serve. Any messages?
The message that I would like to give to my younger brothers and sisters is whatever goal you have, believe that you will be able to achieve it, because that is the first step. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody is going to help you do it. But if you believe in yourself, there is no one to stop you. And above all, God, if you pray to God and trust in Him, but also give Him the proper amount of work, hard work, and God will never disappoint you. And also, I've also just begun to practice this, but it is really important to have a growth mindset, to have an open mindset in today's ever-changing world.
Alvina?
My message to my peers and my younger siblings is that I believe that everyone can be achievers in your own lives if we keep up the spirit of determination, sincerity, and honest to oneself, and remember that there is no shortcut to success, and above all, have faith in God in whatever you can do with patience, perseverance, and persistence to achieve your goals.
Nipje ugo chiznu punye zedi geretse ge bagnu sigili punye we punye lesem hasi punye to punye ginu punye ke pelle rizo deri ke punye fbie geri tietsle ke punye fbie pocha taozidi punye ma to bete sedetse mu potela ga tsidi punye tie punye zavidi vodi ugo donu punye kigi midi punye le saprashi ki de wala saprashi so sidi ke zasde tie ugo donu vorge ba mis Viwenuo Viviana Suohu class 12 no top 8 science stream de party mis Vitshunuo Alvina Dzüvichü class 10 no top 3 de party punyer bimodi me fubosa hafe haro mis Vitshunuo solo HSLC no class 10 no teni di topper sa party da kini sidi mis Vitshunuo ri petosje ugo tie punye zedi geretse getse dizdadio mu nie ti meri seba felicitation program gori ba ke getse tsdi nie exam gori ba prse deri sogo bate khawadi jiz fori ugo ze geretse se ugo sheze gori ze geretse zdi ugo bunuri nie gidu hapuri silina di nie mereba mu nie fori buke sogo ginu ugo ri hapu silini getse beleba la nie pejeto mu vugo de tiko zo suri nie zidi uge hu mir za ce mu uran mir za ce ji di nie ye bu是呀nie vugo是啦你的pejeto ugo跟你呢知道 president